Now we are in part 4. In part 3 we have seen some manipulation done with the case where the data frame have some fields which are not fulfilled. We have seen two techniques how to fulfill the missing data, and the second one how to fulfill all the missing data with some characters. So in this case I will just shortly try to make those data a little bit more visible for us. How an idea come to in my head, so how can we color maybe those data to be fulfilled, those fields that should be fulfilled, a little bit to highlight a little bit more attention from the person who will be maybe updating those data in the data frame. So the data frame empty here, we have seen this function fill NA, not a name, not a time, not whatever. So we have seen that it will fulfill those fields. How about if we see now, if you refer to part 3, you will understand me, how if we want display the content of this df empty here. After we used the function fill_na, which I remind you is used to just fulfill the fields which are not, which don't contain any data. df empty, let's see. We see that the df empty itself is not modified. So what does this mean? So what does it mean? But I have specified previously here in this command to use that function to put for me some string. I use the string to be fulfilled. I can use missing, for example, any string, and he will fulfill for me all the data with which no data with the character missing, something like this. But what happened with the data frame itself, it's not changed. So to adapt this change into data frame, we need to approach it differently. We need to update the data frame itself with this data. So our data frame empty, this one should be modified. This means we will apply this modification into it. Empty, and within the function fill, caps lock, fill_na, which will, it's a function, so like this. So with, for example, missing, with the character missing. I entered this, validated it, I don't have an error. Let's see now if those modifications are applied to the datasheet, or to data frame, sorry. Let's see now. Yes, df missing, this is how it came, and this is how it was. Why? Because I used a short display, so just temporary display without that I update my data frame itself in in use. So that's why. So now it's really updated. Now I want to color those missing data, those characters missing in all the data frame, that it will a little bit attract the personnel who will be maybe updating that database at those fields. So, and by missing now, remember, missing now it's a character, it's not a computer value. We can easily also filter here. Just by the way, let's try it. df empty, filter. I create just a filter that will focus on column, maybe which column? For example, salary column. We don't have the S is caps lock here. You remember from chapter 1, it's case sensitive. I want to extract or to see or to filter from this data frame, entire data frame, the salary column where there is no data at it. I can also use date of birth, I can use any column, but just here for the salary as an example. So, okay. So as we have done this in part 2, I remember, so df salary equal to missing. Guess what? You remember when it was none, it was not executed. And we have seen a technique how to see the none data. But now I have transformed, changed this none data to something which is a character, which is, I gave the name missing. Let's see. Missing, what is this here? Yeah, that's correct. And it's not working. Not working. Not working, the F salary missing, so it's also not possible. Now he will tell me that this missing is something that he don't have, so still those values, even if I change them, are not applicable. Missing is not defined, but if I define it as a character, it should be working. Let's see. No, it's working because it's my failure. I just need here to specify the correct table name. df empty salary missing. Sorry, tag, yes. Now we can easily filter them. So when we modify this none with something like character, whatever, so we can identify them easily. Is there any method that we can also use to highlight those things here? To highlight them, for example, to highlight them with a color. Yes, but without the filter. So we should, one of the methods is that we should make something called a function and then apply this style to the data frame. Let's see how. So here, create a function that will color the cells content whenever the character, for example in our case missing, is found. So how to do this? To create a function, here I have created this function here, for example. I can just take it for time thing. You can copy it, you can from my video. So I will define a function which name is highlight missings, missing, which have an entry, only one entry, which is a value. For now this value is whatever, it can be x, okay. And if this x is missing, the character missing, so he will return, this function return the color red, else it stay black as by default here. Good. So that's my function. So now how can we apply this function to the data frame in order to get a result that we will something visible, so something that highlights for us the colors for the missing parts of the data sheet. Let's see. So I will define here a data frame, empty, but a style of data frame. In this data frame, this new data frame, I will use, of course, my df empty data frame entirely. And I will say, I will use the function style here. And inside the function style, I will use to apply the style, wait, yes, to apply a map which will report to this highlight missing function. So this means in this terminology here, the map will call the highlight missing function here, and will, according to the highlight missing function, will generate what the function here is needed. So it will go frame by to the data frame cell by cell and check if this cell, according to the function here, have the string missing. If she encounters the string missing, the color of that string will be red. If not, it will remain by default black. So that's the idea. I enter this function here. Nothing happened, hopefully, so we don't have error or something like this. So we have created here what? A new data frame coming from the old data frame, which will be applying in the style, will be touching only the style, nothing else, and applying a map, executing this function that we have already just created. So let's see now the result of empty style. It's our new data frame. Let's see. And top, you see, so it displays for us all the missing things here, which are not written, and in red. Or we can put any other color, for example, I don't know, green. The function green, the remaining is whatever, and now if I check the style, I will find that now it's in green, as you like. So this is the way. This is the best way, better manner, so to understand or to check or to find out the missing data and to manipulate them. I find it. So now, what about our df empty? Is it modified or not? Let's see. If you follow the logic, normally it should not be modified. You see, the missing is usually in black. If I want this frame or this data frame to be also modified and to apply this style here within the green color, better for me to put red because red is alarming. Sorry for this. So tag again, and I come to the style again here, and where is it? Yes, to the style again, and we have this missing in red. As I said, the df empty is not modified. Why? Because we don't tell to the system to apply this for the df entry. So we need to give this style to the df empty data frame. How we do this? We come, it's easy, we say in df empty put df empty style. That's it. He applied this style, and now if we check the df empty, which is our original database tag, we have it. You see the difference? So this way we apply the style of the data frame with style to the original data frame. So thank you for watching, and see you in next session.